Imagine a world collapsing after the death of one man. An empire stretching from Greece to India, torn apart by ambitious generals fighting for a single dream, the legacy of Alexander the Great. These were not just battles, these were the Hellenistic Wars. The story begins in 323 BC, the day Alexander the Great died in Babylon. The world trembled because Alexander left behind no clear successor. What he did leave was a massive empire, but no one to rule it. The storm begins. Alexander's generals, the Diadochi, gathered to decide the empire's fate. Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassander, Antigonus, Lysimachus. 5 men, 1 throne, and an empire too large to share. The first war, a fight over the body. The wars began when Ptolemy stole Alexander's body and took it to Egypt to legitimize his rule. Antigonus was furious. The generals turned against one another, battling over cities, armies, wealth, and the very legacy of Alexander. Antigonus, the dream of one empire. Antigonus emerged as the strongest. He conquered Asia Minor and much of the East. He wanted to reunite Alexander's empire under his rule. The others united against him. The decisive moment came at Ipsus in 301 BC, where Antigonus was killed and the dream of a united empire died with him. Rise of the Seleucid Empire. Seleucus built the largest Hellenistic kingdom, stretching from Syria to Persia. He founded major cities, controlled trade routes, and spread Greek culture across the East. But his empire was too vast and filled with enemies. Ptolemy's Egypt. Ptolemy chose stability. He built Alexandria, turning Egypt into the cultural capital of the Mediterranean. His dynasty would last until Cleopatra, 300 years of rule, a century of conflicts. For the next 100 years, the Hellenistic world was locked in never-ending wars. Seleucids versus Ptolemies. Macedonians versus Seleucids. Greek city-states rebelling. Asia Minor, shifting loyalties. Navies clashing in the Aegean. The Hellenistic Wars were a web of alliances, betrayals, and ambitions. The end. Rome enters the stage. A new power rose. Rome. In 168 BC, at the Battle of Pydna, the Macedonian kingdom was crushed. One by one, the Hellenistic states fell under Roman influence and legacy. The empires died, but Hellenistic culture survived. Philosophy, architecture, science, medicine, Rome adopted it all. The Hellenistic Wars didn't just reshape borders, they shaped the world that followed.